Okay. So, we'll proceed now what we call the vector product, ano. So, meron tayong mga our vector multiplication actually. So, meron tayong iba't ibang tinatawag. So, the first one is yung tinatawag nating dot product. Okay. So, this is called dot product because kapag nag-dot product ka, the resulting is actually a scalar. Okay. So, dot product. Okay. Ang tawag din sa kanya is actually scalar product. Okay? So, kasi kapag nag-dot product tayo, ang kalalabasan nating magnitude is a scalar. So, ibig sabihin, vector dot product ng vector. So, you will be having here your scalar. Example, magbibigay ako ng dalawang vector, no? So, I will have here sample a vector A. Oops. Ayan. Example, ito na lang, vector B. And then, meron ako ditong vector A, no? So, both has the magnitude and then meron siyang dalawang directions. Okay? So, sabi ni vector form, if I am going to have B or A, okay, dot product B, ito yung symbol. Okay, so dot product B, ang ano nun is yung kanilang magnitude ng A without direction and then ipa-product natin ng B. And then of course, meron yung angle between them. So, there is an angle between them. So, we'll call it as our theta. Okay, so this is cosine of theta. Again, yung theta natin, sabi ko nga kanina, it should not exceed 180 degrees. Ano? So, ibig sabihin, it is from 0 greater than theta and then less than to 180 degrees. Okay? So, iyan yung theta mo. Okay? So, ito yung definition ng dot product. Okay? So, meron kang, again, this is a scalar, no? Ito na yung magnitude. Okay? And then, ito rin, magnitude na yan. Pero itong dalawa, naka-IJK pa yan, ano? Okay. Example. Meron akong si A, si value ng A. So, that is AXI plus AYJ and then plus AZ and then K. Okay. And then, meron din akong B. So, that is BXI plus BYJ and then plus CZK. Okay? So, kung kunin ko si dot product ng A dot B, okay, equal lang din yan pag pinagbaliktad mo, walang problema na. So, A dot B equals to B dot A. Ang tawag natin doon is commutative. Okay, so walang problema doon. So, we will be having here, so yung product natin na A dot B is equal to, okay, imumultiply lang natin yung dalawa. Okay? So, you will be having here as AX and then BX. Then, ipag-add natin yung kanyang AY, BY. Ayun, parang ito, no? Okay, multiply. And then, of course, this one should also be multiply. So, you will be having here AZ and then you will be having here the BZ. So, ito na yung pinaka-standard definition ng ating dot product. Okay, so mapapansin nyo, hindi na naka-vector yung nandito. So, this is now a scalar. Okay, so kapag kinuha pala natin yung dot product ng dalawang vector, ang kalalabasan natin is actually a scalar. Okay, so mamaya may example tayo. Saan siya ginagamit? Saan application? So, since sabi natin kanina, yung angle na to, okay, in between them should have it, sabihin natin ano yan, 90 degree, 0 to 180 degrees. Okay? So now, kukuha ko ng isang perpendicular line mula sa A. Okay, so kuha ko ng isang perpendicular line. Okay. Ngayon, pwede ko ngayon palang i-component, ano? So, you will be having here component of the B and then this one. Okay? So, tawagin natin tong perpendicular component. Perpendicular component of B to A. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, that is the perpendicular component of B dun sa line of action ni A. So, ito naman, this is the parallel component of B to A. Okay? So, kunin natin yung parallel component. Okay. So, kunin natin si parallel component of B to A. Simple lang ano. So, meron ako ditong magnitude ng B. Okay, from the tawag dito. From the word itself, so sabi kasi natin yung angle between two. So, pwede ko palang gawin yung magnitude ng B. So, I will be having here B and then cosine of theta. Okay? So, ito na yung aking parallel component. Now, so, from the definition natin ng ating cross product, ang sabi natin, ito yung ating definition eh. A dot B equals to AB cosine of theta. So, isulat ko, i-rewrite ko. A dot B is equals to A. And then you will be having here B cosine of theta. Again, this is the parallel component na. Parallel yan. Ayun siya, no? So, nakita natin doon. So, kung ibababa ko tong A, ilagay ko sa kabilang side. So, I will now have vector A dot product of vector B. Okay? I-divide ko siya by the magnitude of A, and that is equal to B cosine of theta. Okay? So, in short, para makuha ko yung parallel component, okay, yung B cosine of theta, okay, itong dalawa na to, kapag yung vector, i-divide ko ng kanyang magnitude, anong tawag natin sa kanya? It's called the unit vector. Okay, so na-discuss ko na yan. So, that is called the unit vector. Okay? So, pwede pala na para makuha ko yan, so you will be having here, sabi ko nga, commutative, the vector B, and then ida-dot product natin ng ating unit vector sa A. So, because this one is the unit vector of A. Okay? So, ganito pagkuha ng parallel component. Okay? So, para makuha natin yung parallel component ng certain vector to another vector, kukunin natin yung vector B, ida-dot product natin dun sa line of action ng unit vector ng A. Okay? So, we will be having here soon. Okay. Now, that is the dot product, no? So, again, two vectors, pag dinot product natin, it will result to a scalar. Ang application niya dito sa vector is pagkuha ng tawag nating parallel. Okay, question. Sir, paano ko naman kukunin yung perpendicular component? Okay. So, pagkuha ng perpendicular component, ganito naman. Dicular component, no? Sabi natin kanina, okay, kung meron ka ng parallel component of B, okay, tawagin natin siyang BP, no? So, I will call it as our BP. Okay. And then ito, tawagin natin siyang perpendicular. Okay, so ito, tawagin ko siyang B parallel, no? Since si B parallel and then si B perpendicular is actually just component of the B. Okay. So, I could say that my B is equal to B parallel, okay, plus, I will be having here as B perpendicular. Okay, so ganyan. Sir, akala ko ba yung B parallel natin is already a scalar? Paano siya magiging, paano to magiging vector? Okay, i-multiply mo siya, of course, doon sa ating unit vector, no? So, we will be having here as our unit vector. Okay? Mamaya, meron tayong example. Okay, now, for the perpendicular vector, wait lang. Okay, now we will proceed what you call the cross product. Okay? So, si cross product naman, okay, gagamit tayo ng right thumb, ano? Okay. Palagi siyang right thumb rule. Okay. Example, I will give, again, 3 vectors this time. So, I will be having here, let's say, vector B, and then vector A. Okay. And then, syempre, meron ako sa kanyang theta in between, ano. Pag pinag-multiply ko yan, okay, yung tawagin ko siyang A, ito ang symbol, cross B. Ang tawag natin dito is the vector product. Okay, vector product na siya. Kasi kapag ginawa mo to, the resulting is also a vector. So, yun yung another vector, C. Yung C na vector na makukuha mo kapag pinag-cross product mo yung dalawa is actually this C. Okay? Una, si C is always perpendicular to A. And then si C is also always perpendicular to B. So, ibig sabihin, si C is palaging perpendicular dun sa dalawang pinag-multiply mo. Okay? And its direction is always followed by the right thumb. Okay? So, for example, okay, right thumb ko, A cross B. Okay? So, kumbaga, ito yung, ano ko, ang hirap eh. Ito si A, ito si B. Okay, ito si A, wala na akong ibang ballpen eh. Okay. Sige, tatry kong i-drawing ng kamay. Okay. Sorry for the kamay. Basta ano na yan. Hirap eh. Ayan. Ganyan. Okay. Ayan. Pag ganun, ano. Ayan. Basta pag ganun yung kamay. So, magsisimula ka kay A, towards ka kay B. Okay. From A to B, yung right thumb mo, yun yung magiging direction ng C. Okay, ito. Kaya nakataas yung right thumb mo, no? Now, hindi yan ibig sabihin that B is cross A, it's not equal to this one. Okay? Kapag pinagbaliktad mo kasi, ang mangyayari, magsisimula ka kay B, babalik ka kay A, B to A, ang magiging thumb mo pababa. Okay? So, negative ka naman. Okay? So, ito magiging negative C naman siya. Okay? So, mahalaga yung right thumb rule natin, ano? So, A to B and then B to A. Okay, sample. Mas padaliin natin by taking it as X, Y, and then Z. Okay? Example, magbibigay ako ng isang axis. Okay, so this is my X and then this is my Y. As a Cartesian, paano dapat ang positive Z ko? Is it nandito yung Z? Or is it nakaganto yung Z? Okay? So, check natin, ano? So, sabi natin by right thumb. So, dapat lagi magkasunod. X cross B. X cross Y. Y cross Z. So, kung X cross Y ako, okay, I will X cross I. So, magsisimula kay X, pupunta kay Y. So, dito ang ano ng finger natin from X to Y. So, ito yung tamang value, no? So, that is the Z. Okay? Now, so, ibig sabihin, ito, mali ito, ano? Okay. I will have it this one. Okay. So, again, dapat X cross Y equals to Z, no? So, ito, pag nag-cross Y ako, X cross Y, nasa ng Z? So, again, mula ka kay X, papunta kay Y. X, papunta kay Y, pag ganun. Paikot na pag ganun. Okay. So, dapat pag ganito naman yung Z mo. Okay. So, in short, depende kung ano yung uunahin mo. Vector. Okay. Nakadepende sa kanya. Ngayon, sa Cartesian plane, okay, yung Cartesian plane natin, palagi dapat siyang sumusunod. So, you will be having here X, Y, and Z. Pakitandaan to. So, palaging ganito yung ating sequence. Okay, cyclic ang tawag natin sa kanya. So, in short, if I could have it as X cross Y, X cross Y equal to Z. Or Y cross Z, Y cross Z equals to X. Or you will be having here X as A cross X, Z cross X equals to Y. Okay? So, paano kapag nagkabaliktad? Okay. Example, I would have it as x. Oops, wala na yata akong video dito. Okay, itaas ko ng konti. Example, I will be having it as x cross z. Babalikan, no? X cross z equals to y. Kaya lang, negative. Okay? Kapag pag ganun ang ikot, so we will be having there as negative. Okay? So, z cross y equals to negative x. Z cross y to negative x. Or y cross x equals to negative z. Okay? Ang tawag natin dito is cyclic relation. Okay? So, our vector should always follow the cyclic. Okay? So, now, saan naman yung kanyang application? Okay? Siguro, saka na tayo mag-application muna. Pero ngayon, ang ituturo ko muna is yung paggamit dun sa dalawa. Dun sa tatlo. Paano naman ako nakakakuha ng values ng cross products? Okay, example, yung example natin, meron tayong okay. So meron tayong dalawang vectors. We have the vector A and then we have here the vector B, no? So we will have it as A. We will be having here as A cross B. Okay. So, ang gagawin natin sa A cross B, okay, unahin ko muna si A. So, meron kasi yung AX, meron yung AX, AY, and then you have here the AZ, okay, and then you have here the BX, and then BY, and then BZ. Of course, kailangan natin ng direction kasi this is a vector H, I, J, K. Okay? And then, ang gagawin lang natin dyan, kukunin lang naman natin yung determinant. Okay? So, pinakamadaling gamitin ang determinant. Okay? What we do is, inuulit natin yung dalawa, no? So, we will be having here I and then J. So, AX and then AY. So, yung first two columns, uulitin natin. So, you have here the BX and then you have here the BY. Okay? And then, what we do is, we try to multiply this term. So, you will be having here as AY BZ of I. Okay? And then plus, okay, i-add natin to. Ito naman. So, you will be having here as AZ BX of J. And then next, we will be having here this one. So, plus AX BY of K. Okay? And then, ima-minus natin. Okay? Lagyan ko ng parenthesis, ano? Ima-minus natin yung pabalik. So, paano yung pabalik? So, I muna. So, I will be having here this I. So, you have here AZ BY of I. And then, you will be having here for the J plus AX BZ of J. And then plus, you will be having here the K. So, you have here AY BX of K. Okay? So, our A cross B. Okay? Pag-a-addin natin, ima-minus natin tong dalawa. So, you will be having here as AY BX minus AZ BY. AZ BY. And that is I. Okay? This term minus this term kasi naka-minus siya, no? Next, for the J, AZ BX, and then BZ pala to, oops, that is BZ. Ayan na natin, mamamali kayo. AYBZ yan, AYBZ. Okay, AYBZ. And then you have here the AZBX. And then minus this one, AXBZ. And this is for the J. And then for the K, so you have this one, AXBY. And then, ima-minus natin yung K na yon. So, that is AY, BX, and then K. Okay? So, this is now the definition of our cross product. Yan. Okay? So, pwede rin yung ginagawa nyo. Di ba dati, mayroon tayong ginagawa yung tatakpan nyo yung isa. Okay? For example, tatakpan ko to. And then, you will be having here those two. So, that is AYBZ. Okay? And then, you will be having here minus AZ. Okay, yung mga ganun, ano? So, kayo na ang bahala. So, at least, this is what you call the determinants. Okay? Determinants ng pinaka-vector natin. Okay? So, yun muna for this explanation. Pero, mas maganda niyan. Okay? Tingnan natin yung ating operations. Kung paano siya ginagawa, no? For the next example.